Now we are going to understand teaching of the Jesus Christ and teaching of the Krishna, how both are one. Krishna, which is called Krishna Bhagavan, Yogeshwar Krishna, he incarnated in the past descending Dwapar Yuga around 900 BC. The time of Mahabharata is 900 BC according to Swami Yukteswar Giri. And Swami Yukteswar Giri, the first realized master who calculated about Yuga. And he is the first realized master who trained Paramahansa Yogananda, worldwide teacher. He is the first realized master who established connection between East and West. He is the first realized master who was very, very important in the eyes of Mahavattar Babaji. Mahavattar Baba requested him to write the Holy Science book and to explain that present time is ascending Dwapar Yuga. And also he gave instructions to train Paramahansa Yogananda for the West. Though Yogananda was inborn prophet, but still law is this, that if you are prophet also you have to live under someone few years. Ram did the same, Krishna did the same, Jesus did the same. Try to see the Jesus and John. Jesus was not having less height, less knowledge in compared to John, but by law he has to be under John. Therefore now come to the point that what is the teaching of Jesus Christ? Very clear, I and God are one. I and God are one does not mean that I am God. It means that God has become my own existence. Then what is the problem if I say I am God? What is mistake in this? No, it is mistake in this because when try to see the ocean, when each and every wave will say I am the ocean, this is incorrect. But wave can say ocean has become my existence, this is correct. Because wave represents the unit of ocean. Let us come to the point. If anyone is interpreting, explaining this, I and God are one, it means I am God or God has become me, both are the same. No, both are not the same. Because when you concentrate on self, on head to toes, then we realize that self is one with the ocean. The self head to toes, it represents the knowledge, complete unit of knowledge. But this complete unit of knowledge is connected with the ocean of knowledge. How to understand it? Through the practice you will understand it, that within head to toes, keep on taking knowledge more and more, there is endless. Take power more and more, this is endless. When we are born, we start walking. Till today we are walking. This walking needs power. It means how much power in the both legs, endless. From the childhood we are using our eyes to see, but these eyes are working with the help of power. We use power for the vision. But from the childhood we are using the power, then how much power is there? Endless. Therefore when we concentrate on head to toes, then what we realize power and how much is there? Endless. Keep on using it, never ending. Exactly in the same way, take the wave of the ocean and take injection and take water of the wave, put injection in the wave and try to suck the water of the wave, you will find ocean is filling it. Until you suck the complete ocean, you cannot remove the existence of wave. Then what is the correct way to say? The ocean has become wave. What is correct to say? God has become my own existence. Therefore, if God has become my own existence, what is about you? God has become your existence. Okay, all right. What is about this earth? God has become earth. Then conclusion is this: God has become all. Animal kingdom, plant kingdom, human being, And God has become invisible also. Because in my arm, there exists invisible power and endless power. We are not able to measure it, because when you try to measure it, you will find little. When you try to use that power, you get again. Therefore, this is important thing to understand. It is God who has become all. Then by law, we cannot say anyone that you are less powerful. Or you cannot do this. I am master. I can do this. You cannot do this. This is incorrect. Each and every person can do anything the moment that person will decide we can do anything. Any structure where is head up, spine below is able to do anything, but under a law. What is the under law? If you are ready to seek this ultimate truth, God has become all, then you have to live under someone. Without surrendering, you have to surrender yourself completely. Surrender means just you have to listen and follow the practice. Surrender does not mean just come and touch the feet and just prostrate and say that I surrender. This is called emotional surrendering. Surrender means follow the principle, practice the principle. Then you need someone, and you have to accept the teaching of that someone. And if you accept and love that someone as a real master, then you will find ocean of knowledge is coming through that person. Many did not accept Jesus as a master, that for them no knowledge was coming from Jesus to them. Many did not accept Krishna as master. Then many were there who were standing side to the Krishna, was not getting the knowledge from him. If you have accepted due to any reason, you get connected to someone and you realize that someone is giving the real teaching and I feel peace and joy. If you have accepted as a guru, this is the law, then try to follow instructions with all devotion. Have no complaint, they will find that person become the source of knowledge. As a book is source of knowledge. When you say Bible is the source of teaching of Jesus, but keep on reading Bible, we need alive knowledge. From where alive knowledge you will get? Then you need some person. Then from where you will get some person? Moment your aim is perfect, that you are going to experience ultimate truth, then you will get real person for this. If our aim is I want to enjoy life, I want to get the money, I pray to the God for money, for name, for position. I am not able to walk. I pray to the God, I want to do Kriya Yoga so that I can walk. Then you cannot understand Kriya Yoga. Because the moment you are one with the Kriya Yoga, you can't walk. Oh God, my vision is weak. Then I am going to practice Kriya Yoga to increase my vision. Then you are not going to practice Kriya Yoga. You are having one desire to increase your vision. Moment you have real Kriya Yoga meditation, you will feel that you are blind. Open eyes, you can't see. You are deaf, you cannot listen. You cannot walk. You cannot work. Whole body becomes like paralyzed. That is called Sabikal Samadhi. But this is all temporary. After that, when you are awake and arise again, you become master. Therefore, if anybody is really interested, I want to know ultimate reality, that it is God who has become all. God means power, knowledge, peace. Each and every person, each and every creation, it represents a unit of complete knowledge, complete power, peace and bliss. Then you will meet real master. Otherwise you will not meet, you will meet someone else. If your aim is this, then only you will meet real master, otherwise not. This is the law. Paramahansa Yogananda aim was really to get the God, to feel God. Therefore he met Yukteswar Giri. Moment if you are having this aim, that God, I want in this life to become one with you, and for this, if I have to become blind, I am ready to become blind. Then it means really I want God. God, I want to meet you. If there is condition that I will be paralyzed, I am ready to become paralyzed, but I want you. Oh, if you get heart attack, then I will come. Okay, God, I want heart attack, but I want you. Moment anybody is having a real this, that person will be prophet in one lifetime without any mistake. Therefore, I and God are one is the teaching of Jesus Christ. This is the teaching of the Krishna. Krishna taught the same philosophy and principle. And Krishna was telling to Arjuna, Arjun, your form, whatever you are, is called a reverse tree. Try to compare your form and try to compare your form with the tree. In the tree, root is down, everything is up. In you, root is up, everything is down. Wherever you find this kind of a structure, accept it is me. I am present in that form. Therefore, each of us is a manifestation of Krishna. I and Krishna are one. It means Krishna has become my existence, Krishna has become your existence, Krishna has become each and every person's existence. Oh no, he was a male but I am girl. In the spiritual there is no girl and boy. In spiritual there is only one truth, I and God are one. Then God has become me and you, in the same way Krishna has become all of us. This is the teaching of the Krishna Bhagavan. Then concentrate on head to toes. The moment you concentrate on head to toes and love it more and more, have no complaint. When I am sitting, I am having numbness, love it. I am having stiffness, love it. Never have any complaint, then your journey is towards ultimate truth. Then you will find the same numbness what you have, now that same numbness will disappear automatically. I have experienced many times that my whole leg become numb. When I have deep love for that, numbness gone. And I can run immediately. If I say, oh numbness, God take numbness away, I want to practice Kriya Yoga. What is the Kriya Yoga? Love your numbness is the Kriya Yoga. But when I practice Kriya Yoga, my neck becomes stiff, love that. No. When my stiffness is gone, then I can practice Kriya Yoga. Then you don't know what is Kriya Yoga meditation. Because when you practice higher initiation, little deeper, you will find your neck is stiff. Your head you cannot move. Moment you move forcefully, you will get injury. What is that? God, I do not want it. Then leave Kriya Yoga. Therefore, what Jesus Christ said, if eyes are creating problem, take them out. If teeth are creating problem, break the teeth, become teethless. If legs are creating problem, cut them off. Moment you decide to find God and you are ready to leave your nearest of near, which is your own visible presence, then really you will find God. Then you will know how to make body. They can create body and that body will exist till you decide. This is called teaching of the Krishna and teaching of the Jesus Christ. Both are the same. Both are the same. And now next important point I would like to explain. In Mahabharata there is a Duryodhan. Duryodhan is known as wicked person. But I have experienced Duryodhan is wisest. And he is a speaker of truth. Then who is Duryodhan? In order to know Duryodhan, you must know if Duryodhan is not inside, you cannot understand what is Duryodhan. If God has become my arms, God has become my own existence, then I can only perceive God, otherwise not. Then who was Duryodhan in the Mahabharata period when Krishna was there? Duryodhan was the eldest child. He was the eldest child of Dhritarashtra and Gandhari. Dhritarashtra was king and he was blind from childhood. He was born as blind, and Gandhari is the spouse of Dhritarashtra. Therefore, if Dhritarashtra and Gandhari is within, then you can understand them, otherwise you cannot understand. Okay, let us concentrate on self. I want to find where is Dhritarashtra. Only the pure love will give you the glimpse of the truth that Dhritarashtra is within. When I concentrate on head to toes and love it more and more, appreciate all changes, presence of all, then I realize, yes, Dhritarashtra is within. Who is that Dhritarashtra? Blind mind. Mind is blind. How to prove mind is blind? Mind wants to see something without eyes cannot see. Mind wants to listen without ear cannot listen. Mind wants both legs to go outside to see something more. It means mind is blind. And what are these sense organs? Sense organ of hearing, touch, vision, taste, smell. These sense organs are fellow of mind. Mind and sense organ together. Therefore, sense organ is the last one, grossest one is called Gandha, means sense organ of smell. When you say Gandh, when you say Gandhari means Gandh etc., smell etc. means all five sense organ. What are the sense organ? You don't know? It is smell etc. Smell etc. Smell ... What does it mean? It means hearing, touch, vision, taste, smell. When you say smell ... it means you have to collect from the hearing up to the down. Therefore, these sense organs, Gandhari, blind mind, Dhritarashtra. When mind and sense organ are together, and when both are touching the object of senses, for example, lemon, lime, when try to put the lemon or lime on the tongue, what you feel? Sour taste. This perception property of the lemon or lime is sour, this knowledge is called Duryodhana. This perception is called Duryodhana. Technically we call it lust element. And if you try to eat every day lemon or lime or sweet, anything, make a habit that in 4 times a day you are going to have lime juice. 4 times a day you are going to have sweet. Try to eat every time when you are taking the water, you are taking little sweet. Practice 7-8 years. Then you will not be able to drink pure water. You want sweet all the time. Then perception of sweet is called perception of Duryodhana, lust. Then lust is controlling mind. In the same way, when Duryodhana was controlling Dhritarashtra, then the whole kingdom was ruined. Where is the kingdom? Kingdom is within. What is the name of within? What is the meaning of within? Try to feel head to toes. Everything what you feel in the form of head to toe, that is within. Heaviness, lightness, comfort, discomfort, pain and pleasure, all together is called within. Breath together is called within. Then what is the name of this within? You know, I am big surgeon. Okay, all right. Try to do surgery. No, please don't take your arm. Try to do surgery without arm. It is impossible. But I am engineer, civil engineer, mechanical engineer. Okay, all right. Please try to show some skill. But don't use your arms. I can't do that. I am best musician, instrumental musician. Okay, all right. Play it without using the arms. Oh, I can't do it. It means arms are most important tool to explain about my nature, that I am doctor or engineer or musician or agriculture, doing whatever. Then what is the humanity? What is the justice? Name of a head to toes should be after arms. And arms technically name is called Hasta. Therefore head to toes is called Hastinapur, which is called kingdom of the god. Therefore when the lust controls mind, then this kingdom is rotten. Blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, tension problem arises. Cancer arises. Therefore, head to toes, what we feel, try to practice some discipline so that lust should not control mind. Mind should control lust. Means mind should experience all the nature of the object of senses, but mind should not be guided by those things. Mind should have full control over sense organ. Mind and sense organ together have full control over the object of senses, and wisdom should control mind, and intuition should control wisdom. Then this Hastinapur kingdom of God will be peaceful. Then you will find this head to toes is called the kingdom of God. In that you will find all law of king. This is called the most important thing when you understand this Mahabharata, and this is called general lifestyle also. If lust is controlling mind, life will be hell. I am feeling gas, but I am having lust of eating something. and you are going to eat that thing, gas will increase, no problem. Doctor is there, I will take pill. Food is good. I am not sick because of the food, because of the some climate. Though I am sick of the food, I am sick of the food. Because of the wrong food I am sick, but I blame the climate. I blame the heat climate, cold climate, this climate, that climate. If I say, no, climate is good, oh, some ghost has come into my brain. But food is good, because I like food. Therefore, remember, Kriya Yoga meditation is the perfect tool how to make this discipline that mind and senses should have full control over all the object of senses. Means do not overeat, do not miss your eyes and ear. Then Kriya Yoga meditation also increases this discipline that wisdom will control mind, intuition will control wisdom, then head to toe will have perfect peace, then it will work like prophet. This is in brief about Duryodhan, about the lust, about some Bible and Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's teaching.